things that Rosalind Amo said was a lack of planning and a few other things that she talked about. Again, as we prepare, one of the big questions is how are we even doing the selection? Are we doing the selection rooted in merit? Any form of analysis? What really are you looking at based on what we've done so far? Because I remember, I believe it was last year, Otto Addo doing some shake-ups even within the IUs and the kind of reactions that Ghanaians gave it.
That reference to IUs, I think you're talking about Jordan's captaincy. If you're saying shake-up, it was the captaincy issue.
Yeah.
And then for that same match, Kudus was given number 10, jersey reserved typically in the past for Andre. Those two things, and it was against Kwesi Appiah in Accra. I remember that.
The Sudan game, eh?
Yes. Otto Addo may have made some mistakes in decision making. I think it's obvious he goofed on that particular decision, deciding to switch the captaincy from Jordan to Kudus without any reference or even having met with the players to discuss it, and even the basis for which it was done. And also, there was a political circus around it at the time.
What does that mean?
There was a push. Yeah, there was a political circus. At that point, there was a clear push for Dede Ayew to be called. And Otto Addo had to answer.
And those were fair, Mr. Those were fair calls at the time, because Andre had begun playing again at Le Havre.
Yeah.
He was scoring goals. And I'm sure what people looked out for was Otto Addo's firm response and decision that were transitioning from Andre Ayew and his involvement with the Black Stars.
Yeah, so if he could land
That's what, what people were looking for.
Yes.
That be straight, be upfront with it, and say, listen, I'm done with this guy. I have to get a new captain, and we move on from him. And that's what many thought, wasn't coming, because they were waiting for that. So be firm and say, this is it.
That's why I called it a circus.
Yes, so
because he wasn't upfront with.
Yes.
And folks thought there were certain schemes behind it. So I called it a circus because he should have been straight, like you said.
Yeah.
Well, I have decided if you check the team he had at the time, they were much younger and the team was faster. So you should have just said, I want a faster team, and he will slow down our transition. So he can't be part of my team. That's it. He didn't have the courage. I won't fault him too much, but there was a circus. So, and there were some who were so fiercely loyal to the notion of merit that they wouldn't allow Otto to get away with what he was talking about being, hedging on the truth here and there. The guy was playing consistently. If you had an issue with him, convey it to the press, let the media convey it to the public. What was the basis for not calling him? Just tell us. But like I said, he probably wasn't courageous enough. But I knew, when I looked at the team, I knew that they had no place in it. Because the team was much younger and was very fast. And at that point, I knew he was never going to call him, even though he couldn't say it. So given that circus, you didn't then have to compound it by giving that number 10 jersey to Kudus, and make Kudus the captain too, at the same time when Jordan had been captaining. So that was the circus.
Yes, but I want us to stick to the kind of selections that we're making, even as we prepare towards 2026, whether so far what you've seen is based on merit and really what should be done even as we look forward to 2026.
I'm alarmed on two fronts. The GFA president saying only certain category of players will be called. He's not a coach. It's alarming to me. It tells me if you maintain Otto as the head coach, he will continue to dictate to Otto Addo. Because he's setting the criteria now. It wasn't Otto talking. It was the GFA president saying only category A, B, C players will be called. So he's already determined for the coach. It's obvious. There's no running away from it. He has already determined for the coach. So if Otto is maintained as the head coach, we're heading for disaster again. There's no escaping it. By that statement by Kurt Okreku, He has already told the world, I decide. It's not the coach. And it's a flashback to a statement he made during an interview that no coach will determine anything without my say-so. This is a flashback to that. He didn't say it in so many words, but by saying these are the kind of category of players who would play, he has determined it. And he shouldn't be the person to determine. Besides that, my concern is that I've heard President Mahama say, we're going to get the ultimate. We're going for the ultimate. I've heard the minister also speak in certain settings
He said he's
as
not
though
impressed
we're
so
also
far.
going to get it. They're talking about getting the ultimate.
Yeah.
Now, that's the presidency and the minister. Now you have the media also talking different language. Like they don't expect, the media does not expect Ghana to go win it. That's also one side. And then you have other people saying, whether you like it or not, Otto is taking us there. Now, in my estimation, given Otto's records, he did, and Dr. Cranton referred to, similar competition in the AFCON. Without any reinforcement, he couldn't make it. Scientifically, you can state that with the reinforcement, given the similar competition, he has made it this time, and you can point to the reinforcement as the difference. Because without the reinforcement, with similar competition, he couldn't make it. So scientifically, you can point to that. Now, if indeed President Mahama and Kofi Idi Adams, the sports minister's sentiments, or what the indications they've given so far are that we are going for the ultimate, Otto is not the guy. I'm not saying he should be fired. He played for Ghana. He scouted for Ghana at the 2014. Ghana has invested deeply into Otto Addo. His contract will run out sometime next year. I think he should be kept on or even renewed for the next 4 years. When after this World Cup, by the next time, he will be fully in charge of the team and will be better developed technically.
So he should be kept. So that's your
Yes,
position.
but not to lead the charge. Not to lead the charge. That's my take. Because I'm going by what President Mahama has said and what the sports minister has said. If we are going to go get the trophy, he can get it.
We'll get back to
especially given the extra degree of difficulty. Now we're going for 48 countries instead of typically in the past. Last time we went to the USA, it was 24. 24.
Then it went to 32.
Yeah.
So
Now it's double the last time we went to USA. Now it's double. It's 48.
We'll come back to that.